Now, we know what happens. We know a lot of guys tune out when we talk about men's health. But before you do, if you're a fella, you got to check out what one doctor is doing to get your attention. That gets my attention. That is Dr. Frida Fisher. She is stepping on TikTok to tell men to get to the doctor because we're more likely to get sick earlier, have more chronic illnesses, and become alcoholics. That's right, fellas, among a lot of other things. That was Dr. Frida Fisher there, and she is back with us this morning. She is the founder and president of Midtown Atlanta Nephrology and Step Master. Good morning, Dr. Fisher. I love that. That was incredible. I love the videos you're doing. Very creative, attention grabbing, and hopefully they're working because the message is so important, Dr. Frida.
Good morning. Thank you. It is an important message. Men's health is something that we really have to focus on because a lot of men just won't go to the doctor.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I used to be one of those guys. According to the Cleveland Clinic survey, 72% of men would rather do household chores like clean the bathroom and mow the lawn and things like that than go to the doctor. And I got to admit, I used to be one of those guys early in my age because I felt like, you know what, I can tough it out. I don't need to go to the doctor. But with time, I realized that prevention is so much better than a cure. What is your message when you hear other guys who had the same mindset that I had before?
You just have to talk to men about the reality. So yes, as you mentioned, that Cleveland Clinic study, 72% of men would rather do almost anything than go to the doctor. And in that survey, only about half the men actually would see the doctor regularly. And it's really quite a tragedy because men are more likely to die younger than women. They're more likely to have more chronic diseases, more likely to have aortic aneurysms, gout, kidney stones. They get illnesses earlier, and they just oftentimes don't want to go to the doctor. And so we have to get to the root cause. And what we found is that a lot of it is fear. Some of it is just not wanting to be out of control. When you go to a doctor and they give you a diagnosis and they tell you medicines, there's a certain amount of trust that you have to have. And in having trust, a lot of men feel like they're not in control. The other thing is a lot of the men they fall into these stereotypes of what it is to be a man and masculine. And again, that's being in control, that's being someone who has no fear, someone who has everything just so they know what they need to do and how to do it. But when you are vulnerable to illness, you have to relinquish some of that. You have to be vulnerable. And many men don't want to be vulnerable. They don't feel safe. And so we have to get over that. And so our men stop dying.
Let's talk about that right now. Let's just go ahead and specifically break it down for black men too, because black men especially do not like to go to the doctor because we've been taught to just tough it out. Man up. You know what? If it ain't killing you, you don't need to go to a doctor. You can't really trust them because of things that's happened in the past when it's come to being black men. I got to admit, my biological father died because he refused to go to the doctor when he had signs of a stroke. He ended up having 3 strokes. If he would have gone earlier, maybe he'd still be here right now today. So how do we convince these men to get past, I wouldn't say the fear, because there is a fear of doctors out there, but this toughness, this masculinity, this toxic masculinity that is literally killing us out here?
I'm sorry about what has happened to your father. And unfortunately, that is a very common story. Men ignore those warning signs, and then the results can be devastating. I think if we get men to think outside of themselves, a lot of them don't want to go because they are the protector, the strong one, and they don't want anything, any diagnosis shaking that. But if we remind our men that if you don't take care of yourselves, then you won't be around to take care of those you're trying to protect. And so I think that if we talk to men in that aspect, that it is the strong thing to do, it is the masculine thing to do, to save yourself, and so that you can continue to care for people. Also, on the physician, some of the onus is on us. We have to make sure that we're not judgmental and that we don't talk down to people. We don't make them feel condescending. Black men, especially in this society, in this climate, have been talked down so frequently, being told, why are you doing that? If you weren't eating that food, this wouldn't happen. There's a lot of blame game. There's a lot of judgment that comes from physicians to the patients. And so as physicians, if we make sure that we enter the room in a non-judgmental fashion, then our male patients will feel more comfortable, to be honest with us. Also, we have to talk about the realistic side effects that can happen for certain treatments instead of giving patients a whole bunch of medicines and not telling them, hey, this could affect your love life or this could affect your energy. We have to have that honesty, and it goes both ways. But the main thing is that our Black men are dying earlier than other people. They're having more diseases than other people. And unless they stop, face their fears, and go to the doctor, then this will continue to happen.
Yeah, and I think the fact that we need to have more black doctors actually out there that understand black men, especially, that will definitely help. And family members, as you mentioned, letting them know, hey, you're important to us. We need you around. But before we let you go, because we need you around because of your messages, the IG dance. I mean, tell us about being a Delta and a Stepmaster. Where did that all come out? Obviously in
Let
college.
me tell you.
We got about 30
Yes,
seconds.
yes, yes.
Yep.
When I was 19 years old, yes, that's when I became a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I was the step master for my step team. I was the president at Kappa Epsilon chapter. And so I've always loved to step, I've loved to dance. But now, in doing these IG reels, these TikToks, I get a chance to dance, have fun, have fitness, but then slip a medical message in. And so I'm reaching a wider audience. I have younger people, which means I can talk to them about preventive healthcare measures. I can talk to them about influencing their parents, their grandparents. And so I'm just having a great time while delivering very important messages like the importance of men's health.